Well, after 2 years in the making, junior Calypsonian Michael Mighty J. Joseph has released a video to his song that resonated with officials at the Ministry of Health, Wellness, Human Services and Gender Relations. Mighty J also captured the attention of UNICEF with his tune that brought the issues of corporal punishment to the fore. The UN Children's Organization funded the music video. The thought-provoking lyrics were written by Jason Batchelor Joseph.
It's so hard to believe in this age of enlightenment. We're still debating corporal punishment.
At Human Services, we are very concerned about what we see with regards to corporal punishment. And we have tried in numerous ways to present that information out there to the public. Only recently, UNICEF undertook a study, which gave us great joy because it indicated to us that there seemed to be a slow but sure mindset with regards to corporal punishment. And so this music video, we are hoping, is the next step in getting persons to recognize how important it is for us to engage in positive disciplinary measures and for us to step away from the violence which we continue to inflict on our young persons.
Little boys and little girls grow up very fast, and I hardly recognized Mr. Michael Joseph this morning, now that he's Mighty J. 2 years is a very long time in the life of a child, especially ones who are suffering abuse and violence in the hands of adults they depend on and trust. Response and protection systems are big machines that take time to shift gears, to go from intent to action. When the intent is sidetracked, I'm not talking about St. Lucia, I'm talking about the whole world. Take time. When these intents are sidetracked by other priorities, economic recovery, debt servicing, infrastructure projects, the list can go on ad infinity. The gears don't shift, and the systems that are supposed to respond continue to be so under-resourced that they don't have enough people to act in time. That's my one message for today. Children cannot wait. Every child we miss protecting becomes a troubled adolescent and youth exposed to a life of crime and violence, hitting back because he has been taught that violence is a means to an end.
There was a lot of discussion about corporal punishment in the media. I remember in particular Dr. Bird was on radio advocating for the banning of corporal punishment in schools. And just about everybody had their say from all walks of life. Everybody had the input. But in my opinion, the predominant view back then and still today was that children need licks. They need to be beaten. Let us beat our children, please. Stop trying to tell us, don't beat our children. Not just our children, but we want to beat other people's children. That was the predominant view. And it is still the same thing more or less today. So after having a number of debates and discussions with people arguing on Facebook for hours at 2 o'clock in the morning about corporal punishment, of course the next best thing to do was to put it in writing, and I decided to write a song and to allow Mighty J, of course, to sing it. This is basically the history behind the song. All the views contained in the song I feel very passionate about. I was not always like that when I started teaching. I did what all teachers did at the time. Of course, I beat children. But I believe as human beings, we are supposed to be evolving and growing and learning and reading and that sort of thing, and not keeping ourselves the way we are forever and ever. So yes, our parents got licks, and their parents before that got licks, but that doesn't mean that we need to continue. We need to start seeing things differently.
That when we beat children, we inflict pain in a whole range of ways. Physical, psychological, mental, emotional. We declare war on our children. This is what it is. And it's time to fight back. It's time. And I looked at the children standing here this morning. They look so fragile. They are little in size. What harm can these little people do so much that we have to use sticks, stones, hot water, pans, you name it, to say that we are disciplining them?
For the child to respond without feeling the cane and whip, you must first